Welcome to the United Racing Network. My name is Andrew Spears, and we are here at the Charlotte Roval tonight with the Broke Scrub Cup. Rob, are you with me?
I am, and I am happy to be here. It's been a while since we've been at the Roval.
Yeah, they this track and these cars don't fare well together, so it's gonna be interesting to see how these guys do tonight. But you know, so far they're getting it around track okay. I don't see any problems on track so far, but you know, the night's still early for sure.
Well, I mean, I don't know what cars you've been watching on track. But I've been seeing some issues, especially when it comes to the chicane. These cars do not like to be upsetted, and you know when they try and cut these curbs, that car just launches into the air,
Every time.
and I've seen some massive spinouts tonight, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting race for sure.
Yeah, interesting is an understatement. Now, one of the big names tonight that I'm watching out for is going to be Alex Witt and Jordan Malcolm. They're both putting down some fast lap times, but Jordan Malcolm has put down almost 2 seconds ahead of Alex Witt. So I think he's going to be one of my guys to watch tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with a time with 1:17.38, and Alex Witt is setting with a 1:19.5.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah, but you know it's a road course, so you know back to our IMSA days, that time don't really mean much. It's going to be down to managing tires and managing your strategies. Now we do have a just looking over at the chat there. We do have a stage break tonight at lap 20, but I'm getting word that they are only lasting about 10 laps on fuel.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure. I mean, we're running 20 lap stages. We're only doing 40 laps here tonight, but they can only last 10 laps on fuel.
That's crazy.
And they only have 2 sets of tires here tonight.
2 sets of tires. Now, we do have a field of about 18 people tonight. We're going to just run down to the field. This is not where they're standing, but this is who we have so far that has registered to race. That is Jordan Malcolm, Alex Witt, Daniel Mitchell, Noel Hanna, Andrew Jamelin, Sawyer Gara, Cody Kern, Christian Schrader, Calvin Ross, Alex Martin, Andrew Amuquist, Anthony Rattle, Chief Blaze, and we're going to stop on Chief Blaze for a second. What scheme is he rocking tonight?
Oh, he's rocking the Every Child Matters car. Now, I know that that's a huge thing. I know it was a huge thing in Canada a few months back, and I mean it really still is because you know I wouldn't say it's near and dear to my heart, but it kind of is because you know I'm a father myself. I may not be Aboriginal, but you know it does hit close to home.
Yeah, for sure. And continuing through the list here, we have Anthony Rattle, Rod Sizemore, Greg Sherman, Ethan Marlowe. Armin Brusso is going to be our race control tonight, and Kevin Coleman. If you've been watching this for a little while, you know who Kevin Coleman is. He's going to be out there tonight, the 00 Wawa car. I am excited to see how he does tonight. I hope he does grid. It is showing him currently out right now, but that's not necessarily, you know, he's on his out lap. So hopefully he can stay in and do good. But these cars don't like road courses, so as you see him go around right there.
Yeah, no, they don't at all. And we're actually getting word that Jordan's last lap time is not representing because he cut a chicane.
Oh, well then. Okay.
So I mean, right there, yeah, that'll give you about 2 seconds.
Black flag penalized, disqualification. X is in the building here. Oh man. Well, it's gonna be interesting no matter what to see how these guys do tonight. So, yeah, he outed himself. I like it. He definitely did. All right, gentlemen. Well, Gentlemen, ladies, if you're watching in the chat, I have a question for you. Who do you have tonight? Now, Rob, who was the guy last week that was going that basically had his fan club in the chat? All 40 people.
That would be Mr. Calvin Ross in the Killer Brownie car, in the number 20 car. It was insane the amount of people he had in this chat just cheering him on and hoping he could bring home a win. It was close.
It was very close.
It was close. He almost did it. But, you know, he's out here at the Roval tonight. He's putting out some decent times. And, but, I mean, practice doesn't really mean anything.
No.
When it comes to racing, practice doesn't mean a thing. Yeah, you could have the fastest time in practice, but you may be at the back of the field.
Yeah, that is definitely it. Practice don't make the driver for sure. So when we go green here tonight, Rob, at the top of the hour, we are going green at the top of the hour, right?
No, top of the hour would start qualifying.
I got you. Okay, I apologize, guys. I only had about 2 hours of sleep last night, so I just want to apologize for anything that I may mess up on tonight. You can blame it on that because that's what I'm blaming it on.
That's
so,
fair.
That is fair for sure. Rob, who do you have?
All right. Well, I mean, I haven't seen these guys race on race on road course. I've seen them race in ovals. Mind you, the only person I have seen to race road courses would be Kevin Coleman. And we know he does well.
Yes.
So I think my pick tonight, even though he is driving a Toyota, I'm going to go with Kevin Coleman.
Oh, what? No. You going with Coleman?
Yeah. I'm going to go with Kevin Coleman tonight.
Well, I guess
you
that's
know,
understandable,
and it kind of hurts my heart because, I mean, he's in a Toyota, but there's only 2 Chevys in the field. One of them driven by Daniel Mitchell, the other driven by Greg Sherman.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do amazing races, but I have not seen these guys on a road course, so I'm going to have to go with what I know.
Yeah, and this is not the only road course you're going to be catching these guys on. Later in the season, we're going to Watkins Glen, New York.
Yes.
To watch the Glen. That's one of my favorite road courses, so I'm excited to go there. Although I can tell you I was cussing these cars when I was racing it last time. You can ask Rob. He was hearing all the words from me.
Yep. It was not PG-13, that's for sure.
Definitely wasn't rated M. I something else completely. I created a new rating. Okay.
Yeah, rated R+.
R+, AO only, adult only. I don't know. There's some adults that wouldn't even listen to it. Anyhow. Off track tonight's going to be a little bit of a problem. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Daniel Mitchell's got 12 right now.
I'm showing 15. Now, mind you, the one I did see, okay, he took the front stretch at full speed and did not slow down for the corner just after the pits. He full sent that thing, flew over the wall, the car disintegrated.
It's not very good, huh?
It was amazing to watch.
I bet.
As you actually see, I think Alex Witt, he just kind of put the car in reverse and then threw it neutral and just rolled out into the center field.
I see that. He's just sitting out there right now. We're actually going to grab a screenshot of this real quick. Snap. Oh, as he gets T-boned from behind almost.
But Jordan Malcolm coming in hot.
All right, we got 40 seconds. Let's go over race info tonight. We are at the Roval. This Roval is 2.25 miles in length. The track temperature is 122 degrees. That is extremely hot. No wonder these guys are sliding everywhere. Air temperature 78 degrees. The humidity is at 55%. Partly cloudy with the wind out of the east. Headed to the west. My name is Andrew Spears. Rob McDonald's co-host, and we are going to be with you tonight all through the action. With that being said, we're going to just take a quick second here and hear a word from our sponsors. Well, that was a little bit. I'm excited for tonight, just because of what's going on tonight. You know, Rob.
Yep.
You know,
Absolutely.
these guys are already getting on track. We do have live race control, as we stated before. Now, caution flags, they're going to be lenient on those tonight. They're not going to be super strict. You know, if somebody spins, well, they just spin.
Yeah.
It's not only going to be when there's a lot of cars collected is when they're going to call a caution. And that's one of the good things about having a live race control is they can basically use discretion at that point.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be essentially like any road course you watch. You know, if somebody spins and they're not blocking the track, they're not going to throw a flag. But, you know, if two cars get together, they block the track for everybody coming to them, likely they will throw a flag. Because, unfortunately, iRacing doesn't do localized cautions.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't do them very well. Let's put it that way. They have them,
Yeah.
but they're not very good. Well, we're riding along with a fan favorite on his out lap, and we're going to watch him go through lap number 1 here at the Charlotte Roval Road Course. That's a tongue twister and a half. He does have our interior camera tonight, guys, so you can get all the looks you want at Mr. Calvin Ross tonight. Let's ride aboard. You can just see how much they have to actually get down to get into this front stretch chicane.
Yeah.
And I hate this corner right here too. But you can see they're down all the way into second gear, or down in the 7,000 RPMs just to get around that corner, and he's still not shifted into the third yet. And this corner right here is also a little bit of a booger because it's kind of it goes into a straight and then it's back into a corner, and these cars get really upset right here. So look right there at that section, you're going to see a lot of people wrecking tonight, for sure.
Yeah, that when they come to the chicanes, because as I said before, you knock these cars, you know, off balance a little bit, and they do not like it whatsoever.
No.
I mean, even the smallest little throttle input will upset the car and have you sideways in a matter of milliseconds.
Yeah, these guys are putting down a total of 40 laps tonight. With it being 2.25 miles, that's about almost 100 and something laps. 120, something like that. My math is wrong, I'm sorry. Tired.
Some miles, not laps.
Or 100 something miles.
Yeah, we're doing 40 laps. 40
sorry.
laps.
You know what? I'm just going to go home.
You're already home.
Well, I'm going to go to bed. How about that? Well, that was Calvin Ross. He did pretty good on his outlap. Let's see what he gets here as he goes through the final chicane and crosses that start-finish line. This is his white flag tonight. And let's see if he can make it to the next white flag he may see at the end of this race. Now, these guys only get one quick repair. They get one fresh car off the trailer tonight. So, after that, they're done. And for Calvin Ross's time there, Calvin Ross scored a 1:23.37, putting him in 5th. So he is top 5 for all you Calvin Ross fans.
That's not too bad for this track.
No, not at all. Daniel Mitchell pushing a 1:20.94. Wow, he is hauling. And I haven't picked my guy yet. I was waiting till qualifying.
Ooh. This Calvin catches a wall there, so his last lap may not count.
Alex Witt just posted a 1:20 flat.
Wow.
And speaking of Alex Witt, let's take a look at these point standings. He is dominating the point standings so far this year. Yeah, he's got 100 points over the second guy, which is Jordan Malcolm. And Daniel Mitchell. They're all sitting 1, 2, 3, but Daniel Mitchell's sitting with 65 points. 2 points ahead of him is Jordan Malcolm. And 100 points goes to Alex Witt right there. And he's got a commanding lead on points. And maybe he can win another one and push him even further ahead.
Maybe. I mean, he is a very, very strong contender as Calvin Ross comes sideways across the start-finish line.
Yep. He's already towed, it looked like.
Yeah.
And Christian Schrader's another one to watch out for tonight. Now, I know that he's been doing really, really good at these oval racetracks, but it's going to be interesting to see how he does when it comes to road courses. I'm not real familiar with him on road courses, so it'll be interesting to see if he can take that number 29 Reese's Ford Mustang to the winner's circle tonight.
It's Reese's.
Reese's. Look, I've always called it Reese's.
It's a Reese's.
I've always called it a Reese's.
It's a Reese's.
Well,
Have you ever watched any of the commercials? It's Reese's.
No, it's Reese's. Reese's
No.
Cups. Reese's
No,
Cup. Reese's Cups. Peanut
Reese's
butter
Cups.
chocolate flavor. You know.
Please don't ever do that again.
Oh my gosh, I had to. It was just there. There's Chief Blaze on the Every Child Matters #3 Ford Mustang. If you clip that, guys, you may get a DM from me for that video.
Hey, Sony, if you're watching, we could use a record deal.
I don't know about that.
It'll be on like the same kind of, meme stuff as William Hung, if you remember that.
Oh wow. And everybody except for Sawyer Gara has completed 2 laps, and there's a lot of people that have not qualified. Kevin Coleman's not qualified. Greg Sherman's not qualified. Rod Sizemore's not qualified. Ethan Marlowe is not qualified, and Anthony Rattle has not qualified. So they may just be here to maintain their point standings. I've seen a lot of people do that at road courses.
Yeah, either that or, they're just going to sit in the back and wait for everybody up front to crash and then capitalize on that. But
Yeah, maybe.
only time will tell.
Well, what do you... Oh, God, as Christian Schrader basically flies. Got his pilot license waiting at the shop.
He's got his wings waiting.
There he is. So, Rob, what are some key points tonight that we need to watch out with these cars?
Now, what you're going to have to watch out for is, as you said, the track temperature is super high tonight. We're sitting at, 120 degrees, was it?
Yeah, it was 122 when I last checked.
So 122 degrees. That's insane. These tires 80, 90, 100 degrees. So these tires are going to be slick. They're going to wear out fast. And, these guys have to watch out for those curbs and how they enter these chicanes. Because as I said before, you get these cars off balance a little bit and you give them just the littlest amount of throttle and you're sideways.
Yeah, every time. I can't tell you how many times I struggle with this car when it comes to a road course. So, but it's going to give some good action all night long tonight. We have about 2 minutes before we go to the grid. So with that being said, guys, we're going to take just a quick minute here, look at the sights and sounds. I'm going to grab me something to drink real quick, and we're going to get ready for this green flag action here at Charlotte Roval. We'll be right back in about 1:40. Well, Rob, you hydrated?
I am. I had some Diet Pepsi.
Yeah, I got some W.
There you go.
Speaking of W, you can do !W to get a good coupon code to get some good energy drink. Their Dub Sludge is really, really good. Really, really good.
It really is. I had it last time, and if you like green apple, that's a flavor to go with.
Yeah, for sure. Rob, take us through the grids, if you will.
All right. So what we're going to have is starting in the pole position is going to be Alex Witt, followed by this Daniel Mitchell in second, Jordan Malcolm in third, Andrew Jamelin in fourth, Noel Hannon in fifth, Sawyer Gara in sixth, Cody Kern in seventh, Andrew Almquist in eighth, Calvin Ross in ninth, and Alex Martin rounding out the top 10.
In 11th, you got Christian Strader. 12th, you got Chief Blaze. In that number 13 position, you have Anthony Rattle. 14th is Rod Sizemore. In 15th, you got Greg Sherman. 16th, Kevin Coleman. And Ethan Marlowe is going to be sitting in that 18th position. And Norman Brusso, who is our race control tonight, is showing to be gridded, but he's not actually gridded. So don't look out there for number 11 tonight.
Yep.
These guys get their final talks from their crew chief. They are going to just get ready to race. They're just getting in their mind. They're just their heads right now. You know, looking at. We're going to take a look here at the face himself here of Calvin Ross. There's your Calvin Ross guy right there for all the fans out there. And is he available? Let's get him in for a chat real quick.
Now let's take a look here. We do have him here. Just give me a sec.
Yep, we're going to go in there and see if we can't get a conversation with him.
Every time I look at the stream and it's me, I'm like, who is that with that helmet? And that's me.
Yes, sir, it's you. How are you tonight? How confident are you feeling?
I am not feeling too good tonight. I didn't get enough practice this week, and I'm not that great on road courses, so don't expect too much out of me.
Well, you got a lot of people in the chat waiting for you to make it big tonight, and I think you'll do better than you think you will.
Oh, here's hoping.
Here's the hoping. That's right.
I think it'll be a fun race no matter what.
Yep. Well, good luck to you, Rob. You got anything for him?
No, just hopefully you do good for your fans out there, and you can bring that killer brownie car to the podium.
Any advertisement's good advertisement.
There it is.
Absolutely. All right.
All right,
Have a
Calvin.
good race there, Calvin.
All right, thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
There's the man of the hour himself. We're going to get a couple other guys in here soon. We may do it under the next stage break to see how they're doing, catch up with some of the leaders tonight. But these guys are going to be rocking all night long to push to the front, get a little something rolling here. I'm excited to see what these guys have to offer. We got just a few more corners before we're going green. We have the it's usually turns 1 and 2. I think it's turns 11 and 12 here, and then we'll have 9 and 10 is this corner here. So, Rob, are you excited?
Oh, absolutely. I'm excited. I mean, we're here on a Tuesday night. We're in Charlotte. We're at the Roval.
You can't get much better than that, man.
The smell of kerosene is in the air. What more could you want?
Kerosene? You talking about racing fuel?
Yeah, it's kerosene.
It's Sunoco racing fuel.
Yeah, it's kerosene.
Yeah, you'll smell what real racing fuel kind of smells like when we get to Talladega in October.
It's kerosene, dude.
Whatever.
I'm telling you.
Whatever.
I've been around a racetrack enough. It's kerosene.
Well, as they get ready to round out, that chicane is going to hold them back. But we are going to be going green here momentarily. Better buckle up. Better tighten them seatbelts. Better make sure your steering wheels are on tight, guys, because this is about to be a long 20-lap stage. Remember, their pit window opens around lap 9, closes to about lap 12. So if they haven't got anything around lap 12, they don't have fuel. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. And just to let you know, guys, this green flag's about to be hectic.
It is, absolutely. And tonight's green flag, as the pace car dips off, is going to be brought to you by Dubby Energy. You can use the coupon code that we have for you guys to get 10% off your order. And Alex Witt brings them into the green as we go 3 wide already.
35, Jordan Malcolm makes a move.
Oh. Did you see that on Jordan Malcolm's car?
I didn't.
He's got our Falcon on it.
No, we don't.
On the rear quarter.
Heck yeah, here we go. I am excited for this for sure. As we round out the first couple of corners, it looks like Alex Witt has started to get somewhat of a lead, but we've keep managing that front second and third position there as we make it into the. I'm going to butcher these turns tonight for sure, but as we approach turn 9 here, they do pretty good. Alex Witt does get a commanding lead there, and he's got about a second already over him.
Actually, that may not be ours. That may just be the... No, it is ours. Okay. It looked like the Boeing one for a second, but I saw the gold.
You saw the gold.
As we're coming down, everybody's kind of spread out. And I mean, you kind of see that at a road course.
Yeah, they'll spread out early. And they'll just start picking off one person at a time.
Yeah, when you start adding right to these cars, people start spreading out.
Yeah, they don't like that too much, especially in NASCAR. And I've got a good trivia question for you. You're going to ask it at the stage break, but it's referring to road courses. So if I was you guys, I would start getting a little freshened up on your road course knowledge.
Yeah, start pulling up Google.
That's right.
Oh, as Chief Blaze goes hard into the wall on turn 1.
Oh, yes, he did. Let's go back and take a look at that.
It just looked like he couldn't get slowed down in time. I mean, he locked them right up, but that right front is just dangling off there right now, so he's going to have to bring it to the pits.
Yeah, it looked like he just locked up and went to the safer barrier there. He'll bring it to the pits and get that quick repair. As Alex Witt has about a 2-second lead now over Jordan Malcolm. Andrew Jamelin is in 4th right now. And Daniel Mitchell's sitting in that 2nd position.
It's crazy to see these cars, come into the chicanes, and it looks like they're just sitting still, when really they're probably doing, 80 mile an hour through there.
Easy. Easy. As you see, he takes his 2 wheels off the ground there. And this league, guys, if you're looking at joining this league, it is a free league to join. You can find them on, I think we have a command for it. Jacob, if you will, try ! BSC and see what pulls up there. Nothing. Cool. I will set that up. He says nope.
And so far, we have Kevin Coleman has moved up to the 11th position from 16th. He is just picking off people one by one, but
that's what he does, though.
Yeah, that's true. Or is he going to have enough? When we come to the end of this, is he going to have enough to catch Alex Witt in that first position?
I don't know, because Alex Witt over him right now. Alex
23 and a half seconds.
Yeah, 23 and a half seconds between the two. That's wild. But we do have pit stops coming up, so I mean it's all about saving right now. That first stage is going to end at lap 20. Keep that in mind, guys. Lap 20, that race stage is going to end, and they're going to reset the field basically. So it will be interesting to see what happens as we come down to that. Good little camera angle there. Kevin Coleman is a newcomer to the league. He come in with his buddy Eddie Baker, who is not here tonight, unfortunately. But he said he will be back next week for Talladega. And yes, we are going to Talladega next week. So be there or be square, as I used to say.
Yeah. Now, you know why they say that?
No.
So the whole saying is be there or be square, okay? Because if you're not there, you're not around.
Ah.
That's a little bit of useless information for you
That's
that
definitely useless.
you can pass on.
It's definitely useless for sure.
And actually, Noel Hanna is rocking our logo as well. I see it there on the bottom of his door.
Oh yeah, I see that one too.
It's always great to see the support from the racers.
Yep. Well, I can tell you next week I'm gonna be around. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, it's Talladega.
You gotta
you're
be
20 you're 20 minutes from it.
That's true.
So I mean, if you're not, well, then I'm gonna have to drive to your house and, pick you up, put you in the car, and drive you here.
You might have to pick me up. Good luck.
Listen, all right, I can. Don't try me, because I will.
All right, so we're going to go through the top 10 here to see where everybody sits, but Alex Witt still got that commanding lead out front. Daniel Mitchell is currently holding that second position. Jordan Malcolm's in third. Andrew Jamelin is holding that fourth position. Noel Hanna is currently sitting fifth. Cody Kern, driving number 23 Ford GT GameStop car tonight. It sits in sixth. Sawyer Guerra is sitting in seventh. Eighth, right behind him, is Calvin Ross. He's driving that beautiful killer of brownies, and I promise Calvin I'm going to buy some brownies probably this week.
You still haven't?
No.
No.
We actually do have a battle right here. Let's take a look. Let's just watch this here. This is the battle for that looks like it's going to be for that seventh position, but them two are battling for sure. As you see, number 54 get two wheels off the ground there coming through that chicane.
It would be a great thing to have a promo code for the brownies, so maybe we can reach out to them.
Maybe we can work that out.
We'll reach out. We'll see next week. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, for sure. We have any other interesting battles on track? Oh yeah, I think there's one right here. Kevin Coleman is still in that 11th position, but he's up 5 positions. He is so far our biggest mover of the race right now.
Yeah, still holding that 11th position. And, I mean, we've seen him do it many, many times. Work his way from the back, and that's exactly what he's been doing. But I just don't know if it's going to be enough. Now, mind you, we still have, pit stops, which are going to start opening up here soon. So, he may be 37 seconds back right now, but, who knows if he can make up some of that time when the pit stops start happening, as Alex Witt goes up on 2 wheels just passing the start-finish line.
Yeah, but he still has got a commanding lead over Daniel Mitchell here.
And we've actually had Rod Sizemore and Greg Sherman get into an accident there.
Number 56 car is going to be Rod Sizemore. It looks like they just get around, and he holds his brakes, but where does Greg Sherman get involved here? Oh, right there, he was stopping for him. Well, nice of him.
Trying to stop.
Looking at the chat here, they're looking at getting us a. Hopefully, we can get a code called Brownie Dega.
Brownie Dega, that'd be awesome.
Brownie Dega for next week's race.
All right, well, we'll reach out to Killer Brownie after the race, and we'll see if we can get something set up for that.
Yep, Jordan Malcolm and Anthony Rattle has an accident as well. Oh wow, Anthony Rattle grabs that outside, technically outside wall, and everybody's checking up to miss that.
Yeah, some heavy damage to that number 21 DeWalt car of Anthony Rattle.
Let's go take a look at that right now. Looks like he's coming out of the chicane on the front stretch, and don't think he's going to be able to make this corner down here. Tire. Oh, wow. Heavy damage.
Yeah, some heavy damage. That right wheel is just cambered out so far that he's not able to make left turns
Oh, and
right
Daniel
now.
Mitchell's off track, sliding. Tokyo drifting it around that corner. He saves it, though. Let's go back and take a look at that. We're watching slow motion here at this off-track event. I mean, he is completely sideways, going down the inner stretch right there on the course. Taking a look at it here, he's turning left to go right now, or turning right to go left. Wow. I mean, he drifts it around the entire corner before coming back on track and saving it.
Wow.
That's some good driving by Daniel Mitchell there for sure. And he didn't lose any position, really. But let's talk about Alex Witt here. Alex Witt has got a commanding lead of 8 seconds, almost 9 seconds over Daniel Mitchell. So, and Chief Blaze has been in an accident.
It's the second time tonight. That's a
Probably
tough break for him.
The same corner, different
Yeah,
part of the course, but not a lot of damage there. These composite bodies can take a heck of a lot of damage, so he can get it turned back around okay. He won't have any damage to get repaired.
That's true. He drives it in the wall again.
Looking here at everybody on track. We've not really had any big lead position changes, but Calvin Ross and Sawyer Guerra are still battling for that position. A hard battle for this position here.
Yeah, now Calvin has moved up 3 spots. He's now sitting in the 6th position, but Gar is right on his tail, and he's just waiting for him to make even the slightest little mistake, because that's all you need.
Yeah, that's it. Especially at road courses. I mean, you can lose up to 2 seconds in a corner if you take it wrong. So, and they're only about a half a second. So that's some big position change.
We got Daniel Mitchell trying to get around Chief Blazer. He does. Cleanly. You know, everybody in chat's talking about these killer brownies. I'm going to have to see if they ship them to Canada.
Well, do y'all ship them to Canada? Let's just ask him directly.
Well, I don't know if he does.
Maybe they can send. Oh, number 56 is around. Rod Sizemore is around and has crashed right there, right in front of Chief Blaze in the number 3 car. Looks like the car just got upset coming off that rumble strip there. He didn't actually grab the wall. He just did a good job keeping it off the wall. And that's going to allow the number 65 car to go right on by. We are seeing some guys that are a lap down. Alex Witt's completing his 10th lap, going on to the 11th lap now. And he's got a lead of about a 9 to 10 second gap over Daniel Mitchell. And I think Alex Witt has been practicing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. He has to have. Actually, you know, the chat brings up a good point. You know, post-race interview question for Calvin. Do you ship to Canada?
I'm about to ask him. Actually, I'm going to let you ask him.
Yeah, I'll ask him. That's all right.
Since I'm actually where I can actually get them.
Yeah, because, I mean, I would love some.
I was looking at one. They have a cookie and a brownie together.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now I want... Ah, damn it. Now I want sweets.
Yeah, maybe I may take a trip to Dairy Queen after this.
Ooh, Dairy Queen sounds good, but by the time we finish here, they're going to be closed here. And Kevin Coleman has crashed, it says.
Oh, along with Alex Martin. in that same corner. You see how red these... Oh, the car just gets loose and he grabs the wall hard on the bridge there. He grabs the wall hard on the bridge there going up into the infield. Sawyer Guerra and Argara and Calvin Ross are still battling for that 6th position. This is going to be the battle to watch all night long, but we are on pit road now.
Yep. Pit stops have happened. Alex Witt is now out. Daniel Mitchell in. Our top 7 are in right now.
And we may have
more come
penalty.
down.
We may have a penalty on Calvin Ross here. Can you just confirm that for me, Rob? Well, like he may have got a penalty for speeding in the pits.
We will try and get confirmation on that.
Well, he was going a little too fast there. Alex Witt's still holding out there. He's not pitted yet. Actually, I take that back. He has pitted. He pitted. Pit time was 7 seconds, so it was strictly fuel at this point.
Yeah, there was no penalty assessed.
Good. Maybe he can get back out there and take over. Or maintain a lead on Sawyer Guerra, and it looks like nope, he's not going to. They're coming back out together. Daniel Mitchell did not gain any position on Alex Witt. In fact, he lost some. He's 12 seconds back from Daniel Mitchell right now. I'm sorry. Daniel Mitchell's 12 seconds back from Alex Witt right now.
There you go.
Tell you, man, I'm struggling. I need a energy drink. Oh, wait a minute.
Get you some Dubby.
That'd have been perfect for Jacob to set up that Segway, right?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. He likes to do that a lot.
As these guys are coming in, so we got about another 7 laps before the stage end, and Alex Witt's just going to try and get as much distance between them, but really it's not going to matter come the stage break.
No, I mean, if he wins the stage, yeah, that's good points and everything, but I mean, really, how good of a point is it, really, you know?
Yep.
And it looks like we're going to have another battle here. Noel Hanna and Cody Kern come out right together. So we got possibly a 3-way battle for a position right here. Andrew Jamelin, they both moved up 1 position tonight. And Andrew Jamelin currently has about 1:30. I'm sorry, about a second and a half over Noel Hanna right now.
As we have Eddie in chat saying he'll be back next week, and I'll be a bother for the top 5 next week.
He says that, and he's gonna jinx himself.
Yeah. And it seems Christian Schrader has crashed.
That same corner, I told you guys that this corner and the corner off the bridge is going to be a big corner, and you can just see the car got upset going through the corner there, and Christian Schrader does a good job. Oh, he does grab the number 35 of Jordan Malcolm. He's sitting on that bridge, can't get it turned around. I'm surprised the yellow was not thrown for that, being that bridge is so narrow, you know?
Yeah.
We're sitting here looking at 3rd, and if you didn't see it, Alex Witt was back there on the chicane on the backstretch. That's how far he is ahead of Daniel Mitchell right now.
Wow. 15-second lead. Actually, no, over Andrew Jamelin. He's got a 32-second lead. That's astronomical.
Yeah, for sure. But Alex Witt does have a lot of lap cars. Anthony Rattle, Rod Sizemore, they're all right there in his way, really. But the next car on his list is Sawyer Guerra. Can he overlap him too? We'll find out, because that interval's only about 10 seconds. And looking here, Rob, there's not the only two cars that are fighting for any position right now. Is it looks to be Calvin and Sawyer right here.
Yeah, it does seem like that. Everybody else is pretty spaced out with at least, 2-3 seconds plus between them. But these two are only...
take that back. Calvin Ross is in the wall. And Sawyer Garrett's going to grab that position. And he's got damage. He's got heavy damage on that right front.
Yeah, you can see that brake rotor just glowing.
That's not a noise you want to hear.
No, he's going to try and limp it around to the pits.
Doing everything. I'm surprised he's going to be able to limp it because that tire is off the rotor, basically.
Oh, and we have another battle here for the third position, going to be between Andrew Jamelin and Noel Hanna. They're only about a half second from each other.
Yeah, about a half second back from one another, and these corners are. What's happening right now? What's happening right now is Noel Hanna's putting all that pressure onto Andrew Andrew Jamelin, and looking for him to make a mistake here. Now, whether he makes a mistake, that's really if Andrew lets Noel get in his head. But we don't know. We'll see what happens, and this is a battle to watch right now. As Calvin is fell back to, he's almost fell back to 8th now. And Kevin Coleman is going to be out of this race, it looks like.
And listen to the radio chatter right now. They're making fun of you.
Making fun of me? Why is that?
Yeah. It's Almaquist. He's like, sound it out. It's Almaquist.
I'm just going to say AJ. AJ and double A. That's what I'm going to say.
There you go.
AJ and double A.
That'll make it a little easier on you.
It's not funny.
I think he's poking fun of me now.
You
Wait.
better.
Although I'm trying to figure out how he's hearing us if he's racing a car.
Racing a car. Armin, we need you. I've got word that somebody's listening to us in the car. And this battle right here between Andrew Jamelin and Noel Hanna, looks like Andrew Jamelin has increased the lead by about a half a second, but he's got double A in front of him there. Yeah, see if I'm gonna mess it up again. Cheap Blaze is coming out of the pits right now. And we have about 3 laps left until we go into our stage break. And that stage break is going to come a trivia question. Now, I will tell you, the trivia question is going to revolve around road courses. And if you like old NASCAR and you know old NASCAR, then you may get the question right. But stick around, because at the stage break, we're going to ask the question to see if you guys can identify the answer. Rob, you know what the question is?
I don't know what the question is. You don't share that stuff with me.
You're right, I don't trust you.
And Greg Sherman has crashed. Either that or, oh no, he did catch the wall there, so.
Well, we'll go back and take a look at it here. Oh, he just goes straight through the...
Rode through the chicane.
Yeah, he couldn't make the corner. Looked like something maybe a little bit loose on that car, causing it to be that loose, because he was at slow speeds and still caught the wall a little bit.
May have just gave it a little bit too much gas. And as irate Tigger says in the chat, Dale Earnhardt, final answer.
As much as that is always the answer, it is not the answer to this question.
Unfortunately.
Sorry.
But I mean, you have to do it for Dale. You just have to.
Do you though?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Let's see how many people are actually listening. How about we throw some threes in the chat for Dale?
There's 1-3.
There's 2. There's 3. There we go.
Oh, live timing just messed up a little bit. There we go. Sorry about that. It didn't do what I wanted it to.
Irate Tiger. Got it.
What'd you call him? Tigger?
Tigger.
My God. Instead, I was bad with names.
Well, I mean...
No, you can't get away from that. Hey, I just want to point out, Alex Witt's going to win this race.
Are you sure?
43 seconds.
43 seconds, but now we are under the stage break.
Oh, well. And you are right. We are at the end of the stage. With that being said, guys, while we get this thing wrapped back up, people get into the pit roads, I'm going to take a second, go grab me a drink of water. Rob, take us side by side, please.
All right, well, you know, guys, we do this once a race. So while these guys are coming into pit road, we're just going to bring you side by side to take a word from our Twitch sponsors while these guys get back lined up. And we'll see you back here in a few seconds.
All right, Rob.
Alrighty.
Are you ready for some trivia?
I'm ready.
I'm ready too. It's going to be interesting to see who actually gets this right, because I'm going to preface this trivia question with this. I was playing an old racing game called Dirt to Daytona. Now, if you're in the chat, you remember Dirt to Daytona? I just hold on before you put your answer out there. But Dirt to Daytona was one of the best NASCAR games, in my opinion, that I have ever played before they went to the 3D style racing that we have now, and especially like iRacing. So, when I was playing, I was looking at the tracks, and I found a certain track, and I said, what is that track? That's not a track, but it is a track. And here's the question. What was the name? I'll fire and Google up. You can, I don't care. What was the name of Sonoma Raceway? That's in California. Sonoma Raceway. Before 2010. And I'm going to just let you think about it. You may Google it, but there is only one correct answer with this. So again, what was Sonoma's Raceway's name before 2010? And if you're an old NASCAR lover, you'll know you know it exactly. Sears Point is not the answer. I'm going to make sure I'm not messing up, because I've never heard it called Sears Point. Laguna Seca? Nope, it was not Laguna Seca. It was not Road America.
So you're a little wrong there, Andrew. Because it was originally known as Sears Point
Okay.
from 67 to 2002.
Okay, I guess there is multiple answers in. Because there's one specifically that I'm looking for. So as much as, if nobody gets it right, a Killer Brownie Speedway, yeah, that'd be awesome. We'll make the next race sponsored by Killer Brownies if we can get a sweet deal out of it. There's a specific name. And I'm going to give it till everybody gets lined back up to go double file. But trying to find the list of the names here. Golden State Raceway. Rob, I'm checking. Was it Golden State?
It was Golden State at one point.
Okay, so there's 2 correct answers. I am Jess. You were correct. That's the one I was looking for. Infineon. That's what I remember it as before it went to Sonoma. Infineon Raceway is the correct answer, and that was before they did the change to the current Sonoma Raceway that they have today. Great job. I am Jess. But Golden State Raceway and Sears Point Raceway, you guys are all correct as well. So I guess there was multiple answers. And with that,
you should have did a little bit more research.
No, I like, you know what? I come with that off the fly, but I got some killer trivia questions next week for Talladega.
Do you now?
Oh, I do, but I'm not gonna say anything about them right now.
All right, fair. That's fair.
It's very fair. All right, so as we enter stage 2, we have 19 to go. We're halfway, but we have 2 more pit stops to make. At least one for sure, but they may be 2. So, Rob, who do you have to win stage 2 and win the race?
I mean, Alex Witt has been dominant here tonight with I believe it was almost 40-second lead on Daniel Mitchell before the stage break. But I just don't know. I think Mitchell has it in him. So maybe he'll be able to, hold on to it and able to bring it home tonight.
Well, let's just have a chat with Daniel Mitchell and see if he's got it in him. If he's around, let's have a chat with him.
All right, let's take a look here and see if we do have him. All righty. Dan, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Well, before the stage break, you were about 45 seconds back, but now you're going to be right beside Alex Witt. How are you feeling tonight, and how do you think you have enough to take home the first position tonight?
I don't know if I got enough for it now. I'm gonna try and just stick with him, but it's a bit worrisome because later on those stints, I was struggling a lot with my my grip going into the uphill in the infield, and it's been pretty hard to get around lap cars too. So
Yeah, well, the track temperature setting at 122 degrees according to our sensor, so it is spicy out there right now, as I would call it.
yeah.
So, but you are sitting on the outside position, which is not really a fair. It's not really where you would like to be sitting going into turn 1 there. But if you stay side by side, maybe you can get something going. What are you looking at as far as strategy going forward? Are you looking more saving tires until you hit that first pit stop, or?
I'm thinking I'm just gonna go all out. Tires lasted pretty long time. They only started to fade once I made a few mistakes, like when I went into the grass. But other than that, the tires are pretty indestructible. You're able to run pretty hard.
There you go. Well, we are Ford versus Chevy on the front line, and hopefully you and the Chevy there could bring it home and get ahead of Daniel Mitchell. I'm sorry, get ahead of Alex Witt here. So maybe we'll see what happens. Good luck, Daniel.
Yeah. Thank you.
Alrighty.
As we get set to go back green, Rob, I need you to just say a few words to the fans here and get us ready to go back green.
All right, well, as we round this out here, we are going to come back green for the remaining 18 laps we have here. Well, actually 17 at the line. And tonight's green flag is brought to you by W. You can do exclamation point W in the chat and use our code URNW for 10% off your order.
The dub sludge. Get it?
Yep. So I'm actually getting word that we are extending this yellow by 1 lap to get the guys around and into position so that they're not so far behind when we go green.
So we're looking at 16 to go at the line when we go back green.
Yes.
So that will cut into strategy too. These guys are clutching in, cutting the cars off. I can keep hearing some of them firing up there. So it'll be interesting to see how that happens. Now Greg Sherman, it's crashed under the yellow. We're going to go back and look. Oh, he said, I'm just going to go through the chicane here. Literally through it. And now the lights on the pace car are off. This is stage number 2 coming around this time. And we'll be green for the next remaining 16 laps here. Alex Witt is looking to get a commanding lead as he did before, but I don't think he's going to make it this time. I think Daniel Mitchell's looking for something on the inside. I do look for some people to get together coming into that first corner, and we're going to take it to the track side, or track level cameras to watch this restart. I'm excited to see what's going to happen on this restart because people are going to start pushing for position here.
And all the radio chatter tonight is about brownies, so...
I thought it was a crash, Barry, but it actually was just Greg Sherman cutting through the middle of the chicane on the backstretch to try to get back up to the leaders. So it registers on our side as an accident, but it wasn't an accident.
Yeah. We gotta get these stewards sorted out and tell them that, you know, if you cut a chicane, it's not a crash.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, so far, Alex Witt did add some points to his point standing. You know, he's setting about 40 points almost over second place, which was Daniel Mitchell. So, but it looks like Jordan Malcolm is not in the contention for that front position. He's currently sitting in 8th right now. And this race has been exciting for me because these races at road courses with NASCAR cars, they're just interesting to see how these drivers handle their cars.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my biggest thing. To look at the manufacturers here, we have a Ford and a Chevy up front. It's a Ford, a Ford, a Ford, a Toyota, and the rest are Fords, and only one more Chevy and Toyota down the line. So this league loves Fords. Have you noticed that?
Yep, I've noticed it. It's a lot of blue,
Not a lot of Chevy bow ties.
I mean, they do say they're first on race day.
Yeah, they are first on race day, and Alex Witt's going to show them really who is first on race day as we come through the final chicane on the front stretch. We are going to be green back at Charlotte at the Roval. We're going trackside.
You know, or we could do the other one where it's
Alex is around, and Daniel Mitchell is going to take it. Holy crap. We'll go back and take a look at that here in just a second, but Daniel Mitchell has got the lead now over Alex Witt, and Alex Witt has went back to 9th with that spin. I don't think he was expecting that.
I don't think he was at all. It caught him completely off guard. And he was just trying to keep it out of everybody else.
And here's the restart right here. It looks like he just went in too hot because he knew Daniel Mitchell's on his outside, and he just got loose. Grabs that wall, has a lot of damage on that right rear, and he just can't get it turned around.
That's a tough break for Alex Witt here tonight.
But now the race is on for that first position.
Now, you know, I was going to say something before that happened, and I was going to call it a old rebuilt Dodge.
Ha. But now Andrew Jamelin is in contention for that first place as well, but he's got to overcome about a 2.5 second gap that wreck caused between Daniel Mitchell and Andrew Jamelin, and it looks like let me see where he's at. Alex Witt is back in 9th right now. He still has some damage on that right rear. But he is making money move passes as they make it 3 wide. Oh, 3 wide at a tight corner. Oh, and the 21's around.
There's just stuff happening all over this track. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah,
wow.
It is for sure. This is the incident with Anthony Rattle here. Looks like a double A. Andrew Almaquist is I think that's right. Maybe it ain't.
Almaquist.
You know what?
Listen, I'm gonna hear it over the radio here in a few seconds. I know I am. Kristen Schrader has crashed as well.
These restarts can be hairy, and it's definitely hairy here at the BSC Cup, for sure.
And Alex Martin has hit the safer barriers off turn 1.
Alex Martin's in that 94 car here.
Oh, Greg Sherman goes around.
Oh, it looked like he just cut the corner. Calvin Ross has crashed as well.
Wow. Carnage all over this track here tonight.
Oh, people are just pushing a little too early. And Greg Sherman has got heavy damage on his front end. There's Calvin Ross.
I don't know if he's going to be able to get it around the track here.
Oh, hard hit. Right in front of Alex Witt. Rod Sizemore's crashed. Calvin Ross has an accident again. I think it's time to rack these boys back up and let them try it again. This restart was crazy. That just means pit stop, start early, right?
That's true. Alvin Ross looks like he went off track again.
Yeah, I think he cut through the chicane.
Yeah, he's bringing it down pit road here now.
Calvin Ross grabs that inside wall hard right there at the safety truck.
Daniel Mitchell now currently holding a almost 6-second lead over Andrew Jamelin here.
He just needs to make no mistakes coming to the last 13, now 12 laps. He needs to make no mistakes, and he'll have this one in the bag, and he'll sit pretty good on that second place position in points for sure. Noah Hanna and AJ are about a second from one another.
tough breaks for those guys.
Yeah, for everybody that was involved in that, out of the second stage, green flag outlaps, as I guess is what you can call them, I guess. Very, very tough for them.
Right now, we have your top 10 as Daniel Mitchell, Andrew Jamelin, Noel Hanna, Cody Kern, Sawyer Gara, Jordan Malcolm, Alex Witt, Andrew Almquist, Christian Schrader, and Calvin Ross. Currently, only the top 8 are on the lead lap.
Yeah, not by much. Because Daniel Mitchell is on the tail of Rod Sizemore right now, getting up there to the rest of the pack. He made some pretty quick moves.
He did. It's surprising to see how fast he has moved up.
Especially when he wasn't really confident in his position to get a first place spot. And I do want to go back and look at that accident going into the that first accident there as we went green. Just real quick, I want to watch it in slow motion. I'm going to ride along board with him. Well, like he was already loose getting into the corner there, and just gets spun right around, and everybody goes right on by, and he has to basically cut it reverse just to get back on to the right path, because you can't turn around on the bridge. It's very tight on that bridge. We've got 10 laps to go here at the BSC Cup with you, with the BSC Cup here.
Everybody's pretty spaced out here. The only
Malcolm
real
and
battle
Gara.
currently still is between Kern, Gara, and Malcolm. They're all within, half a second of one another. The bread factory says he's out. He got a little too sparky on the gas going into the infield, and kind of destroyed the car.
What was this at?
I'm not sure who the bread factory is. If you can let us know, we'll take a look.
Looks like it was Calvin Ross. Needs to be the brownie shop if that's who it is.
Yeah, really? Oh, there's Greg Sherman.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, like I said, when these cars get a little, off balance, just the littlest bit
Just hang it
of
up.
throttle can send it.
Hang it up at that point, right?
Yeah.
And looking at the track map here that I just pulled up for you guys, you can see where everybody is on track. I mean, everybody is pretty much spaced out. As far as position battles go, there's not a lot on track right now. The biggest one is between Gara and Kern. And we're watching it. We were watching it. We are watching it. Well, Rob, I'm shocked by how the second stage has turned out for a lot of folks. We've only got 8 cars on the lead lap now, and it looks like the number 17 car is going to be getting lapped here soon. There's about a minute 10 back from Daniel Mitchell. Daniel Mitchell has made a heck of a overcome of his own challenges, so to say.
Yep.
And I know he's going to be excited if he does finish out these last 8 laps in the leadership position.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we spoke to him before, we went back green, and he was saying he wasn't that confident in his abilities here. But, well, I mean, maybe a switch flipped.
Maybe something.
And,
something for sure. I don't know what changed, but he is about 11, almost 12 seconds over Jamelin, but he's not pitted yet on this second pit stint, has he?
not yet, no.
Yeah, he's
Mind
showing,
you, we did have that caution, or well, not the caution, but the stage break, and it went a little longer than normal.
yeah,
So he might, depending on how much he saved, he might be able to finish this out, or he may just have to come in and get 3 gallons of fuel and back out there.
maybe. Watching this race IRL where them 2 cars crossed right there is so crazy to see on TV. Just it looks like they're going to hit one another, but the only thing that's protecting them is a little concrete wall that's probably about 2 or 3 inches thick, or 2 or 3 feet thick. That's it.
Jordan Malcolm comes down pit lane, so maybe these guys up front here, that they might have to make a stop.
Yeah, we'll see though, because I just don't know, man. Here's a good position battle to watch.
Oh, and Alex Witt is back up to second. He has been moving like a madman through the field. That's crazy. And he is only 10 seconds behind Daniel Mitchell and closing fast.
He is closing fast. We're watching live timing. Watch 1 and 2 on your timing tower right there on the left-hand side of your screen. You'll see the time difference as he's currently. You can see it just falling off there. We're going to go with Alex and watch as he hits pit road. Daniel is still on pit. Daniel is still out on track. So.
No, Daniel's in
Oh
pit
no,
road right
he
now.
is on pit road. Okay.
Yeah.
It didn't register for me. I'm just going to pay attention to this lane exit here to see who is going to win this.
And Daniel Mitchell is pulling out before Alex Witt even gets to his pit stall.
That's going to be big. Strategy right here.
He's got 6 laps to go. Is he going to be able to hold on to that lead? Who knows? Right now he's got about an 11-second lead on Alex Witt, but Alex Witt came from 9th position and is now sitting 2nd in only 10 laps.
Yeah, Alex, I agree with you, Google. He is moving like a madman, and it's going to be interesting to see if he can catch up when these last 6 laps. He's closing the door quickly. You see the leader right there, just straight ahead. I mean, that is the leader straight ahead, so he has his sights on him now. It's crazy these cars don't get upset when they get off 2 wheels like that.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's all throttle control when it comes to those. And Alex Witt has now closed that gap to 9, just about 10 seconds. He's gained a second, he's gained a second.
He's gained a second. He's the second a lap. I think Daniel Mitchell's still going to be good as long as he can make his passes where they need to be and make his moves and not make any mistakes in the corners. But Alex Witt's on a mission right now.
Through here, we got Noel Hanna battling with Andrew Jamelin for that third position. They're about a second back from one another. And Noel Hanna's just praying that Jamelin just makes a tiny, tiny mistake.
I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen at all.
No, we got 5 laps to, well, we got 4 to go at the line, so we will see.
4 to go at the line, yep. I don't think it's going to happen. We're watching, though. What are you thinking, Rob? Do you think he's going to have it?
I don't know.
It's hard
I
to
mean,
tell right now.
he's got lap traffic ahead of him.
He navigates it well.
He navigated it well, and I don't know. He's got 3 laps to go, so.
I mean, he's only Chevy in the top 10 for sure.
Yep. The only other Chevy is going to be of Greg Sherman, currently in that 15th position.
Yeah, he's out of the race currently.
Yeah.
8 seconds now. He's closing it, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time.
If he does, that is.
He's got 3 laps. He's got 3 laps right now to do it. And he's got to gain 8 seconds in 3 laps.
I mean, it's possible.
If it is, I'm sending the clip into iRacing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's got to be. I mean, you spin out on lap 6 with 16 to go.
7 now. A little over 7 seconds. 8 seconds. It's right there on the cusp of it.
You drop back to 9th. You come all the way back to 2nd. It's. Is he going to be able to? 7.5 seconds.
He's pushing.
But is he going to have enough time? That's the only thing.
It's we can have to wait till we get to lap number 1 and see who's on the rear of who.
That is true.
The other position battle right now between Hannah and Jamelin right now. Oh, as Jamelin grabs the wall. Seven and a half seconds. And it's going to be... Daniel Mitchell is praying he don't make a mistake. And Alex Witt is wishing he would make a mistake.
Yeah, he's just got to be calm. Just be calm. Just drive the car like you've been doing, and you'll come out with it. Just stay calm.
So as it sits right now, Witt has got to gain 3.5 seconds to overtake Mitchell within these last 2 laps, and he's only been gaining about 1.5 seconds. So I don't think there's enough time left in the race.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if we had another 2-3 laps, he'd be up there. I think he'd be on his tail, but we just don't have the time, unfortunately.
No.
And Christian Schrader crashes. It appears. They may have just cut the. Take a look here.
Oh no, he definitely crashed.
No, yeah.
He does a good job keeping it off the wall of everybody. Get some donut celebrations in, even though he's not winning.
I mean, you gotta have fun.
That's right. 6 seconds. White flags in the air. This is it.
White flag is brought to you by JP Alfonso Studios. Great tattoo artist out of the Atlanta area.
Yep. He's booked out until out until 2023, so you might want to book early if you want to get something in 2024.
Yep. I mean, it gives you time to save up some money and get that beautiful piece of artwork. As we just have a few more corners left, and Daniel Mitchell is going to bring this home as long as he can navigate these chicanes.
The chicanes
Without
and the front
incident.
chicanes are the final two pieces of the puzzle. And Alex Witt is charging hard, but he doesn't have a draft. He doesn't have anybody to help him up front. He doesn't have anybody behind him pushing him. Daniel Mitchell's got one more technical part of the track, and he's going to be your winner tonight as long as he can get through those. Jordan Malcolm is shown to be having an accident. And the checkered flag, let's see how he does, is going to go to Daniel Mitchell. He is excited because when we talked to him, he was not thinking he was going to win this thing. Alex Witt is going to finish second. Noel Hanna is coming through turns. I'm not sure what turns that is. I apologize, but he's coming through the final turns. And Hannah will take home third. Jamelin will take home fourth. Malcolm, who was in an accident, will come home fifth.
Well, we'll see. We got Cody Kern and Sawyer Gara battling here for the 6th position.
Oh!
Oh! So Cody Kern is going to finish 6th. Sawyer Gara is going to finish 7th. Andrew Almquist. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Almquist.
What?
Almquist.
What?
Is looking like it's going to be in the 8th position.
Chief
As he
Blades
comes-
is out of the race in 10th. As Anthony Rattle just blows through. I'm almost positive he just blew through.
He's going to bring it into the pits.
Oh, he said he's done with this track. He's loaded up going home.
Yeah. Rod Sizemore's just entering the last corner before the chicane on the front stretch, as well as Calvin Ross is making his way there.
And your results tonight, guys. Daniel Mitchell is going to be your winner tonight. Alex Witt is finishing in that 2nd position. He was wanting first. He made a heck of a charge back up there, but just didn't have it. Ended up with an interval of about 5 seconds where he started it. He went back to 9th. Keep that in mind there on that. Noel Hanna finished 3rd. Andrew Jamelin finished 4th. Jordan Malcolm finished 5th. Cody Kern finished in that 6th spot. Sawyer Gara finished 7th. Double A in the number 17 car finished 8th. Christian Strader finished 9th. Chief Blaze finished 10th. Anthony Rattle finished in that number 11th spot. Number 12 belongs to Rod Sizemore. 13th belonged to Calvin Ross. He was the fan favorite tonight again. Alex Martin finished 14th. 15th belongs to Greg Sherman. Kevin Coleman did not finish the race. He's about 30 laps down in 16th. And Ethan and Armin did not grid.
All right, so let's see if we can grab some of these guys here. Daniel, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
I got you.
Well, you weren't too confident going into the green flag after the stage break, but Alex Witt had a little upset there, and you were able to capitalize on it and brought home first.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at the outcome, but I'm happy. This is one of my favorite tracks, so
I hear a smile on your face.
yeah. It's hard not to have a smile.
There you go. Well, and like Rob's saying, what were you thinking when you seen Alex get loose in front of you there?
So I thought he was gonna make the corner because I was hoping he would slow down and take the inside and I could get a run on the outside. But then going in, I noticed his rear end started stepping out, and I thought maybe he just had too much speed. After talking with him, he said rear end just stepped out on the brakes, and it's pretty common on cold tires. But it sucks that happened. I wish we could have raced. Even though I know he's faster than me, but it would have been a lot more fun, I think.
Yeah, he definitely was making that hard charge. He fell back to ninth, and at the end of the stage there, he was up to second with about 5 second interval on you. So he was gaining, but he just didn't have enough laps, and that led you to be the winner tonight as you take your victory lap backwards. I know you're excited for sure, and it's going to go well for you in the points. Are you ready for Talladega next week?
As ready as I can be. It's a super speedway. I haven't been typically very good at those, but I have been lucky, and I do survive most of the time. So I'm a little excited.
Yeah, the NASCAR guys, when they went to Daytona last week, they know they're going to spend $1 million a race out there, so they just come out there with a smile on their face and their pocketbooks weighing very heavy. So maybe we can get you to do the same thing next week, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
There you go. Rob, you got anything for him?
No, just congratulations again, and we can't wait to see what you do out there at Talladega next week.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, man. All right,
Alex available.
yeah, let's have a chat with him. Alex, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
I gotcha.
Well, you had a 40-second lead going into the stage break, and unfortunately had a little bit of trouble with turn one there. What went through your head when you felt the car get loose?
Well, I tried to get out of the brakes and keep it straight, but there was no saving at that point.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So you were making that hard charge at the end there. You think you could have caught him if you had about maybe 5-6 more laps?
Possibly. I mean, I was picking up the pace even as the run was going on, so I might have been able to get back to him.
Yeah, I could hear the disappointment in your voice, but you still have a podium spot, which is major, because depending on this crash here, puts you back about 10 positions. So, are you taking this, and since you've been doing well all season, are you excited for Talladega next week?
Well, that's a big question mark. I guess, we'll try to do some team strategy and just do the best we can there, but, it's kind of a toss-up.
Yeah, Talladega, you could be one of the worst drivers in the field, as far as like skill wise, and win it. So it's really a toss up. I agree with that completely. Well, you got anything to say to your fans out there?
No, just thanks for watching, and guess moving on to Talladega.
Moving on to Talladega, my home area. Love it. I'm excited for next week. If you can't tell.
All right, appreciate it, Alex.
No problem.
Is Noel Hannah available? First time we've talked to him, I think.
Yeah, I do believe so.
It's from El Paso, Texas, according to the driver information. Is that right? Are you from El Paso, Texas, Noel?
That is right, yeah.
Heck yeah. Texas guy. We got a Texas guy on our broadcast group.
Born and raised, still there. San Antonio, though, now, but still there.
There you go. Well, third, this is the first time talking to you. How you feel about getting the podium?
It felt like took a while to get here. It's only race 3, but damn, I had to work for that one, though. Jeez. AJ was fast.
Yeah, AJ was fast. Jordan was fast. Sawyer was fast. Cody was fast, and you somehow got ahead of all of them and finished third. What was your strategy tonight?
I knew tires were going to be a toss-up, but I knew coming into just nailing pits as well, because there's going to be 2 of them that are going to be under green, most likely. I made up a ton of time. Actually passed him on the whatever lap 30-something. Got by AJ on there on the pit entry and blew the stop. I was too far forward, so he passed me back coming out. And so the only way I got him is we were coming up on some lap cars, and that's it. Otherwise, I couldn't catch him. So that was not on me for sure. Hopefully, though, with us 2 being so close, is a good show, though.
Yeah, and we'll get a point update next week to see where you guys are. But y'all were 2 points behind one another. I think he was leading you by 2 points. I think.
Even better.
Was it?
So, are you excited for next week at Talladega?
That one's pretty level playing field, so it's always fun though. Previous seasons, it's been both clean and a mess, but more often clean than not. So yeah, it ought to be a lot of fun.
I'm definitely I'm excited for it for sure. And with that being said, I guess we'll see you at Talladega.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Noel.
Well, Rob,
All right. I have one thing that I have to ask.
what is that?
Okay, so just give me a minute here. So, Calvin, this is Rob in the booth. You still got your radio on?
I do. How are you guys doing?
Not too bad. So, my question is, does Killer Brownies ship to Canada?
I think there's stores up there. You can check on the website, killerbrownie.com. There's a store finder there that you can find your local supplier. I recommend doing that.
All right. Okay, that's all the question I have for you because I mean, we have to give you some time, and I want some of them brownies, so I had to find out from the man himself.
Well, I think I can work that out for you.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Well, I got one more thing for you.
Yeah.
You ready for Talladega next week?
I am. Talladega is one of the only tracks I really feel comfortable at, which is not a lot or not something a lot of people say, but I think it's anybody's game. So I think that's what I like about it. So I'll be excited to run and excited to see what happens.
Yeah, I do recommend getting these cars out there with a pack and start pack racing around it in practice because you're going to need it. That these cars are a little squirrely when they get in the pack draft. So
Yep. I'm looking forward to it though. I think we'll hopefully have a clean of a race as we can, but wrecks enough to make it exciting.
there you go. I like it.
Sounds good. All right, Calvin. Well, we hope to speak with you next week as well, and can't wait to see what you can do at Talladega.
Sounds good. We'll see you guys next week.
See you, buddy. Well, Rob.
All right. Well, that was fun.
That was fun. I was not expecting it to be that much of an exciting race at the end. Road courses, they kind of just get spaced out, and there's their individual battles. But, I mean, we were looking at two cars that were fighting one another, even though they weren't even close to one another,
Yep.
So that was awesome to see for sure. And I'm excited that Daniel got it, and that puts him, that starts separating points a little bit, with a win like that. So, him getting a win like that separates some things.
Yeah, for sure. And, he'll be able to gain some of those points to close that gap from Alex Witt. So, it'll be interesting to see where the points lead us next week. And
yes, and who can survive?
Yeah, and what Talladega will bring us next week.
I think we're going to have a very close race next week. I think we're going to have a photo finish like we did at Vegas. The biggest thing I got to tell you fans out there that are watching, you just got to be there next week because it's going to be the biggest race of the year for these guys as far as points goes, because some people can get upset in points. They throw Talladega and Daytona on these schedules to what's the word I'm looking for, to make it even for everybody else is not good at these tracks because it's anybody's game. So
it really is. All right, well,
anybody's game.
With that, I'm ready to take the jet back home.
Yeah, me too.
And,
I'm a little tired.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you need some sleep. So, just to everybody out there, we do appreciate you watching here tonight and coming back each and every Tuesday that we bring you the Broke Scrub Cup.
Yes.
And, we just like to thank our sponsors as well, JP Alfonso Studios, Dubby, and thank you to the league, Broke Scrub Cup, for allowing us to broadcast this, as well as, the league sponsor, the Chairs for Gaming. If you need a new chair, well, they're there, and we have a command in there for you so that you can save a little bit of money on that. But without all them, we would not be here. So we are very, very appreciative of them to allow us to bring you guys this content each and every week.
Yep, for sure. And congratulations on the guys and the gals that may have gotten the question of the week, the trivia question right. Infineon was the answer I was looking for, but I learned a little bit as well. So I've never even heard it called Sears Point. Have you ever heard it called Sears Point?
Years ago.
Infineon's what I know it as. Anyway, guys, we love you. We will see you next week at Talladega. Daniel Mitchell's got a lot of burnouts for you. So we're going to send you over to Daniel and let him take you out of here. We'll see you guys next week on Tuesday at 6:45 Central, 7:45 Eastern. I'm going to bed. Love you guys. This broadcast is the property of the United Racing Network and Twitch.tv. All reproductions of this broadcast must be approved by the United Racing Network staff. United Racing Network does not claim any responsibility for mishaps that may occur while listening to this production. United Racing Network reserves the right to delete, mute, unpublish, and/or move streaming locations without notice. The opinions of the announcers are not influenced by sponsorship, league administration, or any other outside entities. Thank you.